Hello everybody and welcome to the Grove. My name is Hawk and today I'm doing a what I did this week because I didn't have any other videos planned. Well, I did have one video planned, but then it changed, so we're getting this instead. Anyway, so what did I do this week? Well, I've been working on trying to get custom models to work. I'm having some difficulties, but it's okay. I'm going to continue and try, and hopefully I have some custom models done sometime this past weekend. I'm not giving up. But that aside, and I did learn Blockbench, so, well, I relearned Blockbench. That part was pretty easy. I'm just having trouble getting it actually into the game. That aside, I did start working on my I'm trying to remake my freeze tag data pack that I originally created, like, 3-4 years ago now. I never finished it, and I don't think it ever came up in a video. It might have. I'll have to double check. Okay, I have checked, and I never actually put this in a video or not. I think one of them wasn't actually in a video, and then the other might have been on somebody else's stream. But anyway, so I have like in the past I've coded 3 different versions of the freezing tag data pack. The first one used regular vanilla, and that's how I actually learned how to use data packs. And then the next one was using origin specifically, so you would change origin based on what team you were on, which did work well. And now I'm trying to relearn again how to do it in vanilla, because I was interested to get back into making data packs. And boy, have I been having fun. Obviously, if you look at the side of my screen, the first thing I did was work on a timer. I actually did this on Wednesday after working on this, because my original idea for showing my data pack skills was to make a build and then have it animate, like, build up, which is very cool, except I built one room. These are basically just 2 layouts of the same room, and immediately lost motivation. Like, it was going to be this big video of, like, oh, I'll make this video where it's me showing how I build and what my general process is. I built one room, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. Because I wanted to have a data pack for a different side project, and that ended up being freeze tag. But anyway, if you're curious, basically I had this idea where I had made a living space that had like a bedroom, storage space, casual like things, and basically what it was is that, I don't know, like a futuristic build, and then that's how I got these things. Like, I thought about science fiction, so I had, clean white walls, purple because space color, and then I wanted to have a coarse fruit, and I've just been letting it grow, and occasionally when I know that it stops growing, I remove the bottom block and let it grow again. But like, endstone needs to be placed on that. I got endstone, and then I got birch, and then I ended up getting like some more neutral blocks. And then I made this. Then I made this little room. I don't like this because this feels like a dead space, but I really like the trapdoor and anvil for the desk, that sort of situation. I'm not sure about these lights, just because I don't like the fact that it goes into the frog light. Um, but I do like how it indents and feels, and it gives definition to the room. So, I don't know. And then the top, I have one version where it's deep slate, and one version where it's endstone. I do like the endstone just because it's brighter, and then I added this pillar here. So, supposed to be like that, I think. Eh. I don't know what I was trying to do there. But, and then I also tested with birch trapdoors and put it on the seat on the other side. And this felt okay. Like, it was okay. I guess I could move this to over here, and that's a little better. Because then you have, either can go here to sleep, or go in here to like study. but I don't know. It's just not my favorite out of the few rooms. My favorite is actually over here. And this is literally just me testing the different things. So this is what it looks like when it's just panes, and here's what it looks like when it's glass. So it is bleaker, but I don't like the flat wall. The little half-ish block indent really adds definition to the wall, which is why I prefer panes over glass. And so then you have this, where you have the darker ceiling, but you have the area. This is supposed to be like a desk or something, and then you still have the little corner, but then you have this space where you actually feel like you can walk. And so it's just like you go in, you're in a central area where you can grab everything, and then you can walk out. This area is still a bit of an issue, but it is definitely something. And for a bedroom, it's not the worst design. And it's my personal favorite. I don't know. I just like the fact you can actually walk in here. Everything feels like it has a purpose, so you still get the desk, you still get the bed, and then have your storage space. So it's functional enough. And of course, plant, because I wanted there to be a little plant. Well, actually, I knew I wanted a nightstand. I didn't know what to put on it, and so I just decided to do an allium to continue with the purple theme. So, and I think it worked well. But I immediately lost motivation after building that. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna try making the freeze tag data pack. And it worked well. So I do have a timer. So if I do function free tag, which is just freeze tag, if I do what was it? Time start. You'll see at this side of the screen, FT timer, it's going, and then you have the timer at the top, which updating. I haven't fully edited that. I need to edit. So when it actually goes down to under 10 seconds, there's an extra 0 before the 9. I haven't messed around with that to get that set up. So otherwise it doesn't work like it's supposed to. It doesn't look as pretty, but the boss bar is there and works as sort of like an indicator of time. And then you have the seconds, and then the total, and then the minute. So the total is what helps control the value of the boss bar up here. The seconds are obviously the seconds, and then the minutes show the minutes. And then the total base is just to help reset the total value, so that if you change the minutes, you can just adjust the whole thing. So if I do function free tag set min setup, you can see I have 5, 1, and 3, and these are just different amounts of minutes that you can set it to. So if you look at the right of my screen, right now it's set up for 5 minutes, but then I can change it to 3 minutes. So when I hit time start, it sets to 3 minutes. So this way we can control the different lengths of rounds. So, because I want it to have that ability where you can go in and just copy it, and so you can make it longer or shorter. And since it's a data pack, all you have to do is copy the file, rename it, then rename it, adjust the values in the files, and then it's really simple to include. And because it's off of a function command, you can easily just put that into a command block somewhere, and just when I eventually set up my testing map, then it can just easily be included that way. So that's what I did. And then right now, it's not, the round is just, yeah, if you see at the top of the screen, it's low numbers equal no second 0, and so just need to adjust it. And it's not hard. Basically, I look at seconds, and if it's 9 or less, you do something else. It's not going to be hard to cut. I just haven't done it yet. And then for And I will be doing like have it sensed where if everybody is frozen, then they then the round will end, like of all of the runners, and then yeah, just have the time run out, and then you have a little message that says that you have a function that just will teleport players to a specific location, and of course it's really, because it's in a data pack, it's really easy to just go in and change those numbers so you can customize where it goes. E. And then for Frostwand, this is me trying to get the data pack like custom models to work, but first I needed a like way for the functionality where the players can actually freeze other players. So I was working on right-click detection, and the tutorial I was using was making a laser gun in Minecraft. So, which worked because I was needing to learn how to do raycast. And raycast, at least in the current versions of Minecraft, it was at least similar to whatever I was trying to do. Although, because of how it's set up, I'm going to be switching the predicate that I use so that it's heard when someone, instead of right click, which is what I'm currently using to shoot the little bit of like blue that you can see, instead of that, I'm going to be switching it to be on a player. I might figure out something to do a long range spell. I just don't know what that'll be yet. But for now, I have this little thing, which right now all it does is well, first thing, it's close to the player person because I kind of just wanted it to be, because I want it to only access ones who are close enough. And I've been using husks because then I can have them trapped in glass for testing purposes. But as you saw, the person can take damage. It can take damage, and this is part of just testing and making sure that the raycast is working. So if I'm too far away, you notice that it stops. It's not close enough, so I don't hit it. But then if I get close enough and actually can do perspective correctly, then the husk just dies of arrow damage. So it's been very cool to get into that, and I hope to continue coding it. However, if I was to try to get more into this video, I would have just been recording at like 10 p.m. and I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to round off this video by saying it's still in development, and I hope to have it finished soon. I don't know when that is, but I'll be working on it over this like next week or whatever. And then hopefully maybe I can play it with a bunch of friends. But instead of freeze tag, because the freezing effect is not like an actual status effect, it's this weird data thing, I'm just going to make it off of petrifying. So you're petrified players. So it's just like you get turned into statues, and so I'm going to make more of like a Halloween-esque thing. So instead of frost wand, it's going to be like a petrification wand where I turn people into like stone. So that's going to be fun. I haven't decided on how I'm going to make the wand yet, what design. I need to figure that out. But that's not for this video. This video is just me telling you what I've been doing this week, and the answer is trying to get custom models to work. I haven't fully finished me trying to do it, but I am trying. And then, of course, working on Datapack stuff, which I have been enjoying. So, and which has been successful, as you can see, with my use of the wand. So, woo! Sparkles. Anyway, hope you have a good day, night, whatever time it is for you, and goodbye!